All right, guys, so welcome back to part 4. We're going to try and finish 15, 16, and 17 in this. So I drew the little picture. So standing 4 feet from a mirror. So you guys can see, here's the mirror. The mirror's laying flat on the ground. So someone was standing 4 feet away from that mirror, flat on the ground. His name is Palmer. His eyes are 5 feet 9 inches. And he can see in this mirror the reflection to the top of the tree. Okay. He measures the mirror to be 24 feet from the tree. So the mirror to the tree is 24 feet. It says, how tall is the tree? And so that's why I can put this X here. That's what we're looking for, is how tall the tree is. Now notice I did not put Palmer's height in, and that's because it's in feet and inches. So in order for me to do the problem, I have to convert these inches into feet. Okay, so 9 inches divided by, there's 12 inches in a foot, gives me 0.75. So instead of putting 5 feet 9 inches, I'm going to put 5.75 feet as his height. Okay, after this, we're going to set up our proportion. I'm going to do the height of the person over how far the distance is, and the height of the tree over how far the distance is. Okay, so the height of the person over how far the distance is, and then the height of the tree over how far the distance is. Okay, so we're going to see that this is the proportion I'm going to be using, and then we can go ahead and we can cross multiply. So 5.75 times 24, 5.75 times 24 gives me 138. And we're going to go in the opposite direction as well. 4x, divide by 4 on both sides. And when you do that, you should get x is equal to 34.5. So the tree is 34.5 feet. Or if you'd like to change it back, 34 feet. And 0.5 of a foot is the same as 6 inches. Okay, so those are your 2 options for your answer. 16, the shadow of a statue. So again, on the left side, I'm working with this statue. So when you look at a shadow, the shadow is always on the ground. So the shadow of this statue is 20 feet long, while the shadow of a student is 4 feet. If the student is 6 feet tall, how tall is the statue? So these are our 2 similar triangles. Again, we're assuming these are perpendicular. So these are our 2 similar triangles, and we are going to write our proportion. Now again, I'm looking at the corresponding height and shadow. So I'm going to do the statue proportion on one side. So the height of the statue over the shadow of the statue is equal to the height of the student over the shadow of the student. Again, if you can do this in your head, x is 30. Okay, obviously to get from 4 to 20, I multiplied by 5. Just make sure you're showing your work. So if I choose, I can go ahead and cross multiply. You're going to get the same answer. When I divide by 4, again, I get x is equal to 30. Answer the question. So the statue is 30 feet tall. Okay, so just making sure we have that final answer. For 17, A and B, again, they're giving you similar figures. So here's what I like to do. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my A and my P blue. So I know those angles are equal to each other because these are similar figures. I have my B corresponding with my Q. Again, those angles are equal. And my C is corresponding with my R. Those angles are equal. Okay? I have to write my proportions. So I'm looking at the 6. I see the 6 is in between the pink and the orange. So I come over here, and that's matching with the 9 in between the pink and the orange. So I'm going to do 6 over 9 is equal to, I'm looking at the 5, which is in between the blue and the pink, and that's the x in between the blue and the pink. 5 over x. Okay, so to go ahead and cross multiply, we have 6x is equal to 9 times 5, which is 45. Divide by 6 on both sides, and we get x is equal to, let's see, 42, 7.5. Okay. Over here, again, I'm personally going to, again, pick my different colors. So you guys are going to see I'll pick a nice rainbow. So A goes with F. Okay, so I just like to do this. It helps me to visualize how I got from one shape to the other. B goes with G, and these are alphabetical. They're not always going to be alphabetical. This looks like a rotation and then a reflection. C is with H, and again, it's not always alphabetical. Okay, so it's a good idea to do this. D is going with I, and then lastly, E is with J. So again, you can see this looks like a rotation and then a reflection and then a dilation actually. So I'm looking for this X value, and the X is in between the green and the yellow. In between the green and the yellow is the 9. So I'm going to do X over 9 is equal to, and now I need to work with 2 more sides that they're giving me. So I'm looking at, they give me the 11 between the blue and the green, but they don't give me anything on that one, so I can't use it. So I'm looking for 2 sides that they're giving me. I see in between the orange and the red, I have 2 numbers. So again, keep in mind, look what I put on top. I put the X, then the 9. So I'm gonna have to do the figure on the right goes on top. 12 over 8. This is again my proportion. You could have used a multitude of proportions to solve this. Okay, so 9 times 12, 108. 8 times x is equal to 8x. Divide by 8 on both sides, and you get x is equal to, let's see, I don't have my calculator ready. 108 divided by 8 gives you 13.5. And that is the end.